What is going on, guys? It's Everett and welcome back to the 10-day mobility challenge. Day number 4, we're going to be working in the 90-90 position. So I've got a video, I'll put it somewhere up here, just on the 90-90 stretch. It's actually a video in my hip mobility e-course, which you can check out and enroll in my website or on my website. So I work within this position quite a bit for flexibility and mobility movements. It's great. It's been on the channel in other videos before. So to briefly run through it, we're gonna have a 90-degree bend behind each knee, and we're gonna lift ourselves up so we're sitting directly down on our hips. So we're not rounded over, our tailbone isn't tucked like that. We're sitting nice and tall. Now from here, we can stretch in a lot of different positions, and we're gonna do some movements within this position. So we're gonna do 2 minutes of stretching on the front leg, and then 2 minutes of stretching on the back leg. And the stretching on the back leg, we're gonna do 2 variations, so a minute per variation. So the front leg, once again, 90-degree bend or right angle bend. We're gonna sit very tall and face the belly button directly over this front knee or front shin, keeping the spine nice and tall, almost like you're trying to arch your back. You're gonna walk forward and easy 2-minute stretch just like this. Nice, deep diaphragmatic breathing, all right? Again, it's pretty easy to go very, very low by just rounding the back and leaning forward, but we wanna keep the spine in a position that isolates just external hip rotation and allows you to be in the same position that you would like squat or deadlift within. The back leg, we're gonna use the glute here to squeeze and get into hip extension. So this hip is nice and flat. It goes thigh, hip, right up to the torso, all right? And from there, we're gonna rotate and lean back, and we're gonna get a hip extension and internal rotation stretch. I say this all the time, that's why this stretching position is so great, is because you're really working on rotation of the hips. And again, rotation is one of the main reasons I like this position. If you wanna watch a quick video on why your hips need to rotate and the impact of performance and long-term health, check out this video up here. But your hips need to be able to rotate, and this position gets all of that done, internal and external. So we're gonna do a minute with the hip open in extension and leaning back, and then we are gonna drop this hip down to the ground. So we're gonna bend the hip, and you might be able to sit up more and rotate back like this. So a lot of people will feel that much more closer to the glute on the back side of the leg. So 2 different strategies. So 2 minutes here, and then 2 minutes here, but a minute with the hip open, and then a minute with the hip bent like so. We're gonna switch over to the second side, make sure the position is similar. A lot of people have a side that's tighter, and it's gonna be either way easier, about the same, or much more difficult to be in this position and get as deep into the stretch. So just pay attention to what you're doing. After this, we're gonna go into our movements. So we're gonna first do kinetic stretching. Now, if you need to put a hand out here, especially this outside hand, and almost like walk with your fingers, you can do that. But ideally, we're sitting up and we're holding ourselves up into this position. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our hip muscles and these top leg muscles to pull our torso down. And then we're gonna push into the ground with this leg to return ourselves into this position. And the entire time we're doing this, we want a nice, tall spine. So again, you're not just leaning over and relaxing and then pulling yourself up with your back muscles. You are actively pulling yourself lower with these top leg muscles and then pushing yourself back up with these outside leg muscles. So it's gonna look like this. Again, one side you might need a balance by putting a finger out, but you don't want to use the ground to help too much. So we're gonna sit tall, and again, we're gonna pull ourselves down as low as we can go. We're gonna hold for 3 to 5 seconds, it's up to you, and then we're gonna push that leg actively in the ground and sit ourselves up as much as we possibly can. All right, so we're gonna do 5 reps of that per side. So pulling yourself down as low as you can actively, pausing for 3 to 5 seconds, and then pushing yourself back up. Rest as long as you need to in between sets. The back leg, we're gonna work on a little bit of rotation and knee hinging. So you can hold on to the ground with your fingertips or your palms, or if you can sit upright and do this without holding on to anything, that's fine as well. So what we're gonna do is breathe deeply in the stomach, and we're gonna contract all of our muscles a little bit. We're gonna lift the knee and the ankle at the same time, and then we're gonna unhinge the knee. So it's gonna look like this. So knee straight up with the ankle, straighten out the knee, keeping the toes perfectly forward, rotate the toes and the knee up towards the ceiling, rotate back to toes forward, bend the knee, and then set the knee and the ankle down at the same time. So we're really practicing hardcore abduction of the hip when we do that. We're extending the knee. You're gonna feel all these upper leg muscles differently when you open up that knee into extension. And then we're externally rotating the leg, internally rotating the leg. You're gonna notice it's harder to return those toes forward compared to when you started with the toes forward, unhinging the knee and setting it down gently. So we're gonna do 5 reps just like that. Again, pay attention to what you're doing. Don't just try to get as much movement as possible. If you feel like you're really tipping back every rep, then put your hands back here. We ideally don't want to lean back that much as we're doing the movement and maintain tension everywhere. So again, we've got 2-minute stretching here, 2-minute stretching here, broken up minute and minute with each internal rotation strategy. We're gonna do 5 reps with either a 3 to 5 second pause, doing kinetic stretching of this front leg, and then 5 reps of the abduction liftoffs, hinging at the knee, external, internal rotation, unhinge, and then set that leg down gently, 5 reps. And then go over to the other side. So how you wanna break this up is up to you. You can do stretching here and then stretching on the other side and then go back and do the movements, or you can just do the stretching movements and then switch over stretching movements on the other side. All right guys, day number 4 in the books. Great job. Again, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please like this video if you like these movements. You're gonna be pretty sore tomorrow because this is a lot of, again, mobility work. This is strength training. It just doesn't look as cool as, say, deadlifting triple your body weight. But this is tough stuff, and we're really trying to build up how much of our range of motion we can increase and use from this type of training. So thanks again for watching. See you in the next video.